And jury selection continued today ahead of the Aaron Dean trial next week. Dean, a former Fort Worth police officer, is on trial for murder after he shot and killed Atatiana-Jefferson in October 2019. He's the only Tarrant County officer to go on trial for murder while on duty. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez has been in the courtroom all week. Rebecca, where do things stand with picking a jury?
Well, look, Cynthia, they spent hours interviewing more than 140 potential jurors, asking them all kinds of questions about could they convict an officer of murder and how they felt about police officers. At 4:30, they finished all of that questioning, and now the attorneys are arguing about who gets to stay on this jury based on what they heard. And again, the issue that they spent the most on with these potential jurors was how they felt about officers and could they convict an officer of murder. There were a handful of people that said no matter what evidence was presented, there's no way that they would send an officer to prison. One juror said he would find Dean innocent because he was a strong supporter of law enforcement and felt Dean was just doing his job. Attorneys have 10 strikes each, and they can strike people off this jury for any reason. So the chances of some of those people with really strong biases making it onto this jury are slim, Cynthia.
Rebecca, they seem to be taking longer than usual to select a jury, so the questioning, I would imagine, is intense.
This has been a grueling day, and both sides want to make sure that no one gets on this jury that's already made up their mind on either side of this issue. Now, Cynthia, again, very grueling day, and because this is such a high-profile case and there's been a lot of media attention, the jury pool has been much larger. Typically, the jury pool would be probably half this size. So they have basically talked to a lot of people and listened to a lot of opinions, and some people had strong opinions on both sides. Some of the jurors wanted to know more about the case, but at this portion of the case, attorneys are not allowed to talk about the evidence or facts, only broad topics to help them pick an impartial jury. And I am told what the judge said a little while ago that he will seat a jury tonight, and then testimony and opening statements are beginning on Monday morning. Cynthia.
Our thanks to you, Rebecca Lopez, live in Fort Worth. We, of course, will continue bringing you gavel-to-gavel coverage and walk you through this trial. Investigative reporter Tanya Iser has lined up legal experts to help guide us through every moment from start to finish. You can find our streaming coverage on WFAA Plus, WFAA.com, and on YouTube.